Hi, I'm Jen and this is my sewing room, and I'm really glad today to tell you about a bunch of projects that I have going. I have quite a bit of stuff here and we'll see how fast I can get it done, but I thought I'd tell you about it all and just kind of show you the beginnings so that later I can show you the ends. Before I get started, let me tell you what I'm listening to. I'm always listening. I always either have my Bluetooth earbuds in or I have like my iPod playing. And this right now, I am listening to Tempest by Julie Cross. This is YA, kind of a slash of contemporary slash fantasy slash sci-fi. It's about time travel, and it's actually the first book in a trilogy, and I've read it before, so it's a reread for me. The first book in the trilogy is Tempest, obviously. The second book is called Vortex, and the third book is called Time Storm. I've never read the third book because it was never out on audio. This came out probably 5 years ago, maybe. And so I listened to the first one and the second one, but I could never listen to the third one, so I never read it because I can't read with my eyes and do other stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm rereading it so that I can now read the last book or listen to the last book. So that's what I'm listening to while I do these other things. The first of which is New Look 6341. I am making this view with these sleeves, and I am making this for daughter number 5 out of just a quilting cotton that I got from Walmart, and it's kind of folded there. This is just a navy, that's the seam. This is a navy blue polka dot, really cute. I think she's gonna look like $1,000,000 in this. And I'm just doing that because I thought maybe she would, it would be another thing for her to wear to work. She works in a bookstore. So that's in process. For daughter number 3, who has to wear business professional stuff to work, I am doing this, which is Butterick 5559. I'm doing the sleeveless version you see there. And I'm doing it out of this absolutely gorgeous, this is a royal blue actually, even though it looks a little purple, but it's a royal blue. I would call this Ponte, although I'm not clear on the difference between Ponte, double knit, and scuba. So I don't know, you might call this scuba. It's got a fair amount of stretch to it, but it's a stable knit. And there is a bit of a story behind this pattern in that it's out of print. And I thought, oh, she will look so good in this because she's a very tall, willowy kind of body type, and she's so pretty. And so I knew she'd look fabulous in this, but the pattern I had was a 14, 16, 18, 20, something like that, which clearly when I bought it, I thought I would make it for myself. And so I tried to size it down, and I thought this isn't going to work because she lives pretty far away from me. And so couldn't find it. I thought, oh shoot, it's out of print. What am I going to do? Etsy to the rescue. So I went on Etsy, found it, was able to get a copy of that pattern. So that kind of saved me. And this right here behind me looks like a shapeless mess, but it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful dress. It is Vogue 9050, and I am making view F, which is right there. And I have to tell you, I saw this pattern in a haul that Natural Dane did, and I love her channel. I love it. Not just because she has incredible hauls, fabric hauls, pattern hauls, but because when she talks about the things that she's making, she will talk about new ways that she's learned how to do stuff and how she learned, where she found it. Like, I love that. Because even though I've been sewing for a long time, I always learn new stuff. And in fact, I was thinking about Natural Dane the other day when I watched a couple of videos to refresh my memory on Nancy Ziemann's pivot and slide method. So I needed that. Thank you so much for that, Natural Dane. Anyway, so she hauled this pattern and I saw it and I thought, oh, I love that. I love that. So I found this fabric. It was great. Bought it. It was printed on the crosswise grain, like this, the horizontal stripe. It looked like the way it was printed, it would have been a horizontal stripe. Well, I didn't want that. I wanted a vertical stripe. Well, thankfully it was 60 wide. So I cut out as much of it as I could and went back to Joann's and got more fabric. This is a really nice weight. cotton rayon, and I just, oh, it feels so good. And actually, I think I'm going to need to make a cardigan to go with it because I'm gonna definitely wear it, but it's sleeveless. So anyway, that's in process. I kind of stalled down on it because I needed lining. So I found some lining back here, and now I have that. Next thing I'm working on is Advance 8376. This is kind of a challenge. It's been a challenge to get it to fit. I have the bodice all pinned together, and I'm just doing it out of this this cotton. Once again, found it at Walmart. It's just a plain quilting cotton, but I think it's going to be really pretty with this. It's just this gorgeous bluey teal color, more blue than teal. That's the skirt. The skirt is voluminous. Oh my gosh. But it's been an interesting challenge to try and get this bodice to fit. So once again, that's another reason I refreshed my memory on the whole Nancy Zieman pivot and slide technique for adapting a pattern. This is a size 14. I don't know what people were thinking with the waistline for a size 14. I mean, today, it's just ridiculous. There's no way anybody had a waist that small. Or maybe they did, but oh my goodness. A 14 had a 26-inch waist. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't know who had this pattern. It's from the 1950s, and it's, you know, it's not a reprint. It's the actual one. So anyway, so that's something else. I have a beautiful, beautiful sleeve that I have removed from a blazer that I am working with. I bought this at Goodwill. It was $6.99. I got it last year. It is this gorgeous pink wool, beautiful, like almost like a Pendleton wool. And the sleeves are too short and the shoulders are too wide. It looks like a box. So I'm gonna give it some shape and kind of hopefully resize it so that I can wear it this season, or at least on into spring. And I also have another coat here that I'm making bigger. Gotta make one small, gotta make one big. And this is just a dress coat that I found at also Goodwill for 10 bucks. Beautiful wool, and it's so pretty. I don't have a dressy coat, so working with that to make it a little bit bigger. I have a sweater here that is a great long cardigan sweater, and I like it, but I want it to have pockets, and you can see that it's got all of these colors. And so what I did was I went to Goodwill and I got a bunch of t-shirts so that I could cut strips like this. And my idea is to weave a pocket out of this. Just cut the pocket shape and then sew the strings all around the edges. And these are so easy because you just cut a piece like a strip and then pull it and it rolls. And so that's the idea, is to create patch pockets for this so that then I can wear it and walk around without a coat on and put my phone in my pocket and have everything I need to go shopping. So there's that. And then the last thing I want to tell you about is this. This is an interesting story. This is McCalls 6696, which, you know, everybody has this pattern. Everybody has made this pattern. Everybody looks fantastic in this pattern. Seriously, I went on Instagram to find out, you know, if I'd like this pattern on me, and every body shape is represented, and oh my gosh, everybody looks great in it. So I made it. I made it out of a fabric that I just had a lot of. It wasn't a fabric that I particularly loved, but I thought, well, it's good. It's good for a muslin. Well, I love the muslin, so I've been wearing that. Again, Etsy had to save me with buttons. so I went ahead and made that one. Now I know it fits. It's good. So the reason I did that, the practice one, was because I had this fabric in my stash that I absolutely adore. It is a Fabri-quilt print. It's a retro print, and it's part of their Fashion Avenue prints. Well, I had a limited amount of it, and I thought, okay, I have enough for that dress, so I'll go ahead and make the practice muslin, and then I'll see if it fits in that way. I won't mess this up. Well, famous last words. Well, the thing about this is that I didn't realize it's a one-way print. Well, when you have a one-way print, you have to cut everything so everything is going the same direction. And nope. was not paying attention to that at all, was just laying it out like I normally would, you know, and so no. You know, when you do it like this, you've got one side of it going one way and one side of it going upside down the other way. So what happened was I went to start putting it together, and I realized one of the bodice pieces was going right side up and the other was going upside down, and I thought, oh shoot, I can't believe I made this mistake. Just dumb, just not thinking. I just didn't think it through. So fortunately, the pieces that I had cut upside down were big enough, a couple of them, the skirt pieces, that I could recut the bodice front, the bodice back, one of the sleeves, and I thought, okay, good, I'm good. But what am I going to do? I need 2 more skirt pieces. So I scoured online to find this, and I found one Etsy seller that had 1 yard of it, and I thought, oh man, I don't know if that's going to be enough. So I ordered it, she sent it to me, God bless her, and I unfolded it, and it's exactly what I need for these 2 skirt pieces. So I thought, yeah, man, thank goodness. Well, then I went to look at my sleeve pieces, and I only have 1 that I cut. Oh my gosh, I was thinking, I'm such an idiot. So I don't have enough of this to cut 2 skirt pieces and a sleeve piece. I only need 1. So the thing is, I think I have enough scraps left to do about this much of the sleeve. So I can piece it. I mean, I can piece it. I even toyed with the idea of slicing this in this, you know, and putting a seam in the center of the sleeve so that I could do it in such a way that it looks like I meant to do that. Well, the thing is, I can probably hide this matched seam underneath of the armhole, because it would, if I put it in the back, you probably would hardly even see it, and I will match the pattern exactly. I can do that. So lesson learned, you just gotta just think the entire thing through, and I just, oh my gosh, I just didn't. I wish I had, but nope, not this time. So anyway, those are the projects that I have in process, yes. And I would love to know what you've got going on. So let me know, just let me know what, you know, if you have an Instagram account, I would love to see what you're working on. So let's talk about all that in comments. And when I came back to my channel, I said that I wanted to do several things with it. One was talk about sewing, but one was also to talk about life. And every day I have Bible Gateway email me something to read from my Bible. And you can cater that to whatever you want. You can have just the Old Testament, just the New Testament, some combination of the two. So you can read through the Bible in a year, whatever you want. But mine is, I think, a chapter a day. And I can't remember if it's just the New Testament or the Old. I think it's just the New Testament. But it's a great way to kind of, you know, just read your Bible on a regular basis. In lieu of a devotional, maybe you read a devotional every day. Maybe you don't read the Bible at all, but you know what? If you don't, then it's still a great way to live, and it's got good stuff in it. So anyway, today I happened to read this, and I thought it was really good stuff. It's from Colossians 3, and I read from the Message translation, which is everyday language. So it's not like the King James or the Newer International or anything like that. This is common everyday language, which for daily reading is great for me, because I'm not studying. I'm not going word by word. What does this mean, that mean? I just get the gist of it, and I think that's enough. So today it says, so chosen by God for this new life of love, dress in the wardrobe God picked out for you. Compassion, kindness, humility, quiet strength, discipline. Be even-tempered, content with second place, quick to forgive an offense. Forgive as quickly and as completely as the Master forgave you. And regardless of what else you put on, wear love. It's your basic all-purpose garment. Never be without it. Boy, could that be any more appropriate for all these things I have in progress? I'll tell you what, I hope that every day that every one of us can get up and immediately, you know, put on love before we put on anything else on our bodies, but we put on love first, because that is the best way to live. It's the best way to treat one another, and it honors God. So anyway, that's it for now for me. I will see you next time with some updates on stuff I made in October. Until then, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.